Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. Last time we used Locke to completely break the game and managed to escape, and then decided, well, we're probably missing something, so we came back and we decided to save Celes. And in doing so, well, now we need to get out of here the proper way. Wonder how the proper way is. There's a save point if you need it. And if you remember in the previous episode, we talked to somebody who said there were two passages out of the rich man's house, or underneath the rich man's house. One of them led to another house, the other one led out of the city. Since all the exits are blocked, we need to find another way out of the city. Here's an old ticking clock. We also got a clock key last time. An old clock that's not ticking. Let's wind it. Well, there you go. There is an exit. Let us go this way and find battles. Here's a Vector Pup. Ah, she's got magic. Okay. And there's Locke actually doing better than a magic user for once. And the pup ran away. Interestingly enough, Celes has magic too. Locke doesn't mention anything about this either. Like, if you remember back to when Edgar noticed it, they both freaked out about magic, but prior to that, he didn't say anything. But yes, Celes does have access to a few spells, including Antidote for curing poisoning, Cure, and the Ice spell. Really? Wow. See, I never did my test run on the Wonder Bar version of the game. I always used it on just a normal SNES 9X emulator, and I never had to deal with that. There's like even fast forward, holding down fast forward, it doesn't really make me fast. There's definitely some issues when it comes to this version of the emulator that runs Wonder Bar. It's not perfect, but it gives me the opportunity to talk about some different things that I wouldn't normally be able to talk about, because I otherwise wouldn't be able to compare the two translations. Now, what I'm going to do here is I always forget where it is, but let's see here. All the way down through the wall, we find more battles, which is fine. Can your ice spell kill the soldier? I know it can't kill the dog, but can it kill the soldier? Yes, it can. As far as I know, there's nothing worth stealing around here. We're still very early in the game, so there's almost never anything worth stealing. But here we get some iron armor, which is nice. We might as well give that to Celes there. She is kind of a knight class. Do note that if you're playing the Japanese version of the game, they actually gave all the characters classes. Celes is like a magic knight. Locke, being a thief, is a thief or something like that. And each of the characters has their own little job class. So it's kind of interesting that way. We can't get it in there that way. Oh, we're back attacked. We're completely unprepared for a back attack. Hopefully that's enough damage. Good. So we should be able to finish the rest of these guys off without any more issues. Meanwhile, I get to check the map. Perfect. I always forget where all the passages are in this particular area, because everything's behind walls or stanchions or whatever. Regal Cutlass, which is a sword upgrade for you. Might as well give you that. And another heavy shield, but I don't need. Okay, enough of that. Let's backtrack slightly here, and I'm going to show this with removing states just to make it easier, because otherwise you're just in a completely empty spot and it's just kind of hard to see where you're supposed to go. But that makes it a lot easier. That gives us access to this area containing an ether. I don't think there's any battles down here. An X potion and a hidden ribbon. One of the there's not a lot of like completely hidden items in this game. This is one of them, and it's one of the biggest reasons why I do Locke's path first, at least before Sabin's, because I want that ribbon for Sabin. He's going to be able to make good use of it. All right, let's see if we can go down here now. And come on, video game, I was almost there. Here we get a pair of earrings. Now, this is kind of a mistranslation and it deserves some explanation. If you look over at the other translations, the fan game and the Game Boy Advance, it's a single earring, not earrings plural. Raises magic damage. This is basically the equivalent for magic as the Atlas armlet is for physical attacks. However, more powerful if paired is a terrible explanation for the fact that you can double these up and they actually do something. You cannot double Atlas armlets up because it doesn't do anything. But earrings, for some reason, works. Equip 2 will raise it further. In the fan translation, our effect increases when worn in pairs. Both are better explanations than more powerful if paired. Paired with what? In this version, they're earrings. They're already a set. But yes, this increases your magic power by 25%. It's already one of the best accessories in the entire game, and we will be using it throughout the entire game. Surprisingly enough, we use the ribbon less than we use the earrings. Magic power is so important in this game. So we're going to give that to our resident mage. We're also going to use her nice cure spell to heal her and lock up because they took a little bit of damage. But yeah, very, very important that you pick up those earrings. Now, there's a hidden path down here that leads nowhere. And I believe that is the path down. I think it's supposed to have a save point on it. But yeah, this leads us over here, and now we can head on out. Now I'm just going to double check my map real quick. We got that one. We got all of those items as far as I am aware, so we're going to call that good. Reminds you of someone, huh? I do what I want. Anyway, and that sneaks us out here. You can go back in if you feel the need to, but you don't have to. You can also go out over here. And yeah, for some reason they play the theme that we were going with there over top of the overworld theme, which is kind of weird. Remember, this guy counters magic, so you don't want to use magic against him. Just go for normal attacks. We actually have both of our characters in the front row, which is very rare in this game. And that's just because, well, even though, well, I can switch Celes into the back now that she has the earrings to boost her magic power. But Locke is actually going to be doing the brunt of the damage right now. Now, one thing I didn't show off when we came here in the previous episode is they have switched things up here, and the enemies are now new. I don't think they're any more challenging or anything like that, but they are different. There are some new ones. These guys, I believe, can inflict poison. Save some MP and use Locke for the secondary attack. Celes gained a level. Now, some of the items here have changed, but not all of them. This one here contains an X potion. This one contained a Phoenix Down before, so we're free to get this one. It won't get any better. There's one of the other ones, Primordite. At least I think these guys are new. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's find out. Celes can kill them, then they're not new, and I'm crazy. I think they're new. One of these guys, I think it's the Trilobiter, can inflict poison on us. But it's not much to worry about. Really? You're still alive after all that? Okay. Well, you're dead now. Everyone's gaining crazy levels. Make sure to keep up with the healing. Alright. And finally, Gold Bear, which I think is the last new enemy. He's big, he's strong, he does a decent amount of damage. I'm going to attack you, and you're just going to cast Ice. Because in the back... Actually, no, you're in the front row now. You could have used a normal attack. Not quite enough damage to finish him, but... nothing worth stealing around here. Now, over here is another item. I'm going to save state. This was a tincture before. It's a tincture now. It will be something else later, so we're going to wait and show that. And up here, if we go up these stairs... Damn, there's a lot of encounters in these old games. Here, in save state again, this contains a Thunder Rod. Now, when we go into here, it'll show us all the characters that we have on any weapon and see who can use it. Now, the Thunder Rod can be used by nobody. Cast Bolt 2 when used as an item and breaks. And, yeah, it's got decent battle power, but no one can use it. It's also going to be a hero ring later, which is much better, so we're just going to unload that, because we have no interest in that. And with that, that's pretty much the extent of this little dungeon here. We're back here. Still wondering what that noise is, though if, you know, you watched the last episode, you kind of already know. And as we saw in that last episode, this is the end of the path. So we got our free healing. Now we want to remove certain things, like sprint shoes and earrings, because those are going to be invaluable on the other path. As far as anything else, you don't really need anything on Celes for this, and we want to make sure we keep both the Genji Glove and the Atlas Armlet. And pretty much everything else, because like I said, the other path is like 3 times longer than both Locke's and Terra's path combined. So we're going to remove all that, give you the Heavy Lancet, Heavy Shield, give you the Plumed Hat, and your Kung Fu suit. Keep you on the Regal Cutlass, Heavy Shield, Plumed Hat, Iron Armor. Yeah, that's pretty much all good. Keep yourselves with good equipment, keep you in the back row, keep you in the front row, and yeah, that's pretty much all for that. Really? You're gonna make me fight one more battle on the way to the thing? Video game, you suck. Now I gotta re-heal. And I don't have Locke to one-shot the bear on his own anymore, because no more Genji Glove. Well, that's a thing. Okay. Let's do a quick heal and try again. Something's coming out of the wall. Got tunnel armor. Interestingly, I think in the original it's like dig armor or something like that. It's kind of weird. You would think it's coming out of the wall. They would do like evil wall, like from Final Fantasy IV, but nope. Now, I was trying to show off in the previous episode how difficult this fight can be without Celes to use Runic to draw magic. The thing is, his magic spells can deal approximately 200 damage at our levels and come close to one-shotting, if not one-shotting, our characters. That being said, this battle becomes very difficult if the boss decides to use spells. So we're going to use Celes to absorb those spells with her Runic Blade. Now, she's only allowed to use Runic if she's equipped with a weapon that allows for it, which is typically swords. Just you watch. So what she's going to do is she's going to cast Runic, and we're going to steal. And fail to steal. Lovely. Now, you don't have to do anything else, but once it uses a spell there, it will absorb the amount of MP that it would normally cost to cast that spell. Ice is 5 MP, I guess Bolt is 6 MP for some reason. As soon as you absorb something, you have to re-establish Runic, otherwise it won't be active. Now, I don't think I stole the thing last time. Yeah, there we go. Air Lancet. There's the second one. Here's a drill, which luckily for me missed. The only downside to this is when you're using Runic, you can't use any other action with Celes, otherwise it removes Runic. She basically has to stand by and be waiting to absorb incoming magical attacks. Now, this is a very effective strategy in a number of different boss fights that we'll see throughout the game, but it does mean that she kind of sits there and does nothing. But you definitely want to keep it up. Like I said, 200 damage with a spell is a lot of damage. Unfortunately, he's being really dumb and using nothing but normal attacks. Now, the other interesting thing is it applies to everyone on the field. So if I go to heal him now, it's going to absorb, or it's supposed to absorb. Maybe it doesn't absorb cure spells or something, or maybe it wasn't active anymore. Yeah, it's supposed to absorb any spells targeted toward your party. So maybe it's only other types of, or attack spells, but it's supposed to absorb spells. Now, the boss is a lot harder when it uses more spells, but it didn't, so that's fine. It's not all that difficult if the boss is really dumb with its AI. But yeah, make sure you steal that Air Lancet. That will be important. Looks like we're in the clear. And that finishes off Locke's path. That leaves us with Sabin's path. And Mog keeps moving around the thing and gaining levels? Kind of weird. Anyway, this is a lot shorter than the episodes have been, but I'm basically when it comes to these paths, I'd like to finish like one idea at a time. So we finished off Locke's path. That's pretty much all the time we have for today. Next time we begin Sabin's path, and we're going to spend quite a while getting to know young Sabin. That's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.